All right, roundabout the U.S. Open tonight. We're getting around, and we're actually in Bayside, Queens, which is 5 stops on the Long Island Railway from the U.S. Open. We're going to talk to some people, see if they know anything about tennis, see if they like tennis, and maybe ask them who their favorite players are. You work here as a bartender?
Yes, I do.
Are there many unruly customers here?
We got a few, but everyone seems to behave on most of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So I understand you're a tennis fan. Where does that come from?
Well, I grew up here in Flushing, so I right near the U.S. Open, so I normally go every year, and I normally have a lot of fun.
And what are your best memories of going to the U.S. Open?
Oh, I think, who is it? Just Federer, always just kind of winning. Oh, Nadal, watching all the superstars play and going towards the end. It used to be able to sneak in, but they kind of a little more stricter on security nowadays. I used to hop the fence when I was a kid, but now they have, yeah.
How high was the fence?
A little higher than I should have been.
This is about 4 or 5 stops on the Long Island Railway from the U.S. Open.
2.
2?
Yeah. On Express 2, regular 3.
Yeah. So do you get better business during
Yeah, we
the
do. Post-US Open, we get a lot of people coming here, a lot of tennis fans. During the final, we'll have every single TV on watching the finals.
So we're looking for people who know something about tennis. Are you one of those guys?
Absolutely not. Know nothing about tennis. But I can tell you, my grandmother's Eileen Volek, Canada's first female pilot, and she's on a stamp. Google it.
And how many stamps have you got of your grandmother?
I got a set. Well, how many come in a pack? Like 20?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Do you think they're appreciating the value every year?
Nah, I doubt that. I absolutely doubt it. Canadians know nothing about their history.
All right. We'll take that
I
as
was just joking. I like Canadians.
You were telling me before you associated with some pretty important people yesterday.
Yeah, well, actually, Stan Smith came to the event last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Stan Smith, wow.
Stan Smith came to the event last night. It was a great time.
So, do you know the story about Stan Smith and his shoe?
Adidas shoes, of course, yes. #1 selling shoe in Europe in the 80s, I think, right?
Did he say anything about the shoes?
He did. He signed a few pairs for some people.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. No, he was giving out shoes. They were asking the capacity of Arthur Ashe Stadium, which is 23,771.
Wow, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, I'm a journalist. I know that.
Is that right? Yeah.
Very good. So anyway, you recommend to anybody to go to the U.S. Open?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great place. Kids, center court. You go to the practice courts. You can go to grandstands. Louis Armstrong, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great day. It's a great day. Especially the day session, I'd recommend.
I understand you're kind of the guy who likes the flavor of the moment. So who's your favorite tennis player now?
Coco.
Why Coco?
Well, because she's new, because she's exuberant, she has a respect for the game. She said that if she could be an example, not so much for winning, but just for developing, she would be happy whether she won or lost. I think I read that about her.
Who's your favorite tennis
I
player?
like the Williams sisters playing, yes.
Do you like Serena? Do you like Venus? Or you like them both the same?
I like them both. I like them both. Yeah, I like the energy. I like the professionalism that they've brought to the sport. And they've done so much for tennis and for women. So they're my idols.
We made one quick pit stop at the One Station Plaza. Now we're heading over to your local poorhouse.
The other day I met a gentleman that wrote a book called The Long of Tennis. And he's right here.
Really?
This gentleman right here, Richard A. Hillaway, wrote a 7-pound book about the origin of tennis. No gambling, no competition, just about the history of tennis and where it started and where it's going.
So how do you carry a 7-pound book?
In a book bag.
And you haven't read it yet?
I haven't read it yet. It's coming in the mail. It'll be here on Sunday. There was only 500 available. It's a leather-bound book. It's one of the greatest reads. I'm a big Federer fan.
And I'm a Nadal fan, so that's a
Are you guys a couple?
yeah.
Married.
How does that work?
Oh, we're against each other for a lot of the time, but
I'm a
it's
big fan
okay.
of Coco. We like Coco. She fights deep, you know.
Yeah, she's good.
She's gonna win this week, by the way, coming up. Yep.
Breaking news here.
We heard that
Breaking
first.
news. I hope
We
so.
heard that first.
Queens hosts the most incredible Open of the year, which is the U.S. Open, and it's going on right now. It's right on Flushing, Queens, very close to here. You can even walk there.
You go the beginning of the week. Yeah, Kids Day is good. If you go the beginning of the week, it doesn't really cost very much, and you can go into any stadium and you can see every player play, no matter who they are.
That's our roundabout the U.S. Open. Here we are in Bayside, Queens, not too far from the U.S. Open, also not too far from Douglaston, Queens. That is where John McEnroe and Mary Carrillo grew up. We met a guy, knew them both, didn't want to talk to us. So that's it. We're signing off from Bayside.